pressing the buttons and contributing.
Yeah.
All right, mate.
Good job. Shame about the news.
He won't be getting a 9 for his movie next week.
Won't we get?
I think you guys should kiss and make up, maybe
Oh
naked.
well, that's not Carl's fault.
Go and kiss him.
No, I'm not going to kiss him.
But go and
touch
please kiss him.
I'm not going to kiss him.
Go
I'm
and
going to touch him. I'm going to touch
Go
him.
and touch him. Should we both go and touch him?
Yes.
Why don't we play a song for the ladies? This week, Drugstore, White Magic for Lovers, beautiful track. And let's just go and kiss and touch Carl. Take the jumper off.
By his doorstep with a snapshot of his face. Turn around and take a deep breath. On the first weekend of May, keep a hair strand in your pocket. Don't rely on any friend. Brew some cattle in a coffin, with the letters of his name. White magic for lovers. When all your love has gone away. White magic for lovers. When you hold on, oh, you hold on to your thing.
Strokes last night on XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais Show.
With Steve Merchant.
Definitely.
Ahoy.
And little Carl Pilkington.
Little
over there.
KP, the K-Man.
Steve,
Yes.
Don't worry anymore.
Go, okay.
I've procured some great gifts to give away. I was tired
Really?
of seeing all these other people getting gifts and that, and it was
Yeah.
all going to that O'Doddle and O'Diddley
Diddley
and,
O'Diddley, yeah.
and Anderson and Sturgis, or at least she steals them herself.
Well, at least she steals herself to sell them to feed the habit, and that's
Yeah.
why I don't mind that, because it's
No.
industrious.
Exactly. But I have got Feeder, Echo Park, I've got the Essential Bob Dylan. Now that is a good giveaway.
That's a great giveaway.
And Reloaded 3.
Where did you buy these yourself?
No, little Carl found them.
I have to say, Carl, you've done an absolute dynamite job here, mate. This is great prizes.
And I thought we could play that trivia quiz where we're the challenge. If they get
Right.
someone to catch us out, maybe, or someone a question.
You
Like they-
confused me slightly. Explain again.
well, we could play a little trivia quiz, couldn't we?
Right.
And then we could sell the fish.
Use
out
the
the
words that you need to
man.
complete the sentence,
and
Rick.
then, we could do this. This
What's the quiz?
I don't know.
You've not thought this through.
Coldplay in Yellow.
You've got to keep talking, Rick. We're on the
Right.
radio.
I got bored.
Did you?
XFM 104.9.
Yeah, with Steve Merchant.
What I was saying was,
Yes.
we could have a little trivia quiz, right? This is how it works. Their phone in, yeah, right, and they'll pitch a question to us two, right? We won't know it. They'll tell Carl, and Carl write down the answer, yeah, or on his email, right? And then it might be something like, who was the first woman MP? And write down the answer, and they go, okay, Steve Ricky, who was the first woman MP? We'll write it down. You know, I mean, you'll write down something like the Queen,
Yeah.
and I'll write down Britney Spears,
Yeah.
and they go, well, Ricky says Britney Spears, and the answer is, did that you see?
Yes.
And then whoever's,
So could they phone in, or can they email as well?
they can email as well, Steve.
Right. Okay, so let me just try and clarify this, because I didn't really follow that, and I
No.
know what the competition is.
Right.
People listening, phone in or email in with a question, a trivia
Yeah.
question. It can be about anything.
I don't
right?
do game shows.
But one which we may be able to get, right? They phone in with that, or they email it in. But only Carl knows the answer. He asks us here in the studio the question. Ricky and I write it down independently. We hand it to Carl. We see who's got the right answer.
It's like 15-1, but 2-1.
And the great thing is that the best question that we'll vote on at the very end of the show can win these 3 CDs. We've got Feeder, Echo Park, The Essential Bob Dylan. That's a 2 CD set, Rick.
Maybe keep the questions highbrow to show our intellect, not things like pop and trivia and
Good idea.
And,
And
telly
we've also
and
got this big
things.
compilation, Reloaded 3. That's also a 2 CD compilation.
We'll start phoning and emailing now.
Phoning,
like mental.
emailing
go
with your
berserk.
trivia
Absolutely go
questions.
berserk.
For Gervais.
I'm
and
best at
Merchant.
science.
Well, don't start
Well, don't
giving
say
hints. That's
that.
not
That's
fair,
just
because I'll
not
say
fair
I'm best
because-
at films if they want
Yeah,
me to
but I've
win.
already said don't do trivia and entertainment and that.
Well, they should
Well,
do.
don't-
They should do
no.
trivia and entertainment. Music and films is what they should do.
No, they shouldn't.
Or
That's
old
stupid.
TV.
That's the cliche of XFM listeners, and I know they're more intelligent than that.
They're not, Rick.
They're-
They're stupid people. They're stupid people, and they only know about a few things.
Garbage, Cherry Lips on XFM 104.9. Well, either they really want those CDs or they want to embarrass us. Because the phone lines are going mad. And
They are
Carl's
going mad.
taking-
We didn't even give out the phone number or the email, Rick. Shall I just give it out now?
Well, obviously don't need to.
Well, I ought to anyway, for those that didn't hear it but didn't know it already.
Of it.
08700 800 1234. Sorry, that's not 08700 started again, because I sort of fluffed slightly.
Yeah, go on.
08700 800 1234.
And when he says he fluffed, like that's not how he got into television.
Exactly. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk if you want to email the question, and only Carl can see the screen, so there's no cheating.
Probably people don't know what fluffing is, do they?
No, I don't think so, Rick. Carl, have you had a question?
What, already? Are we doing it now?
Should we do it now?
might as well.
I think we should just drip them in throughout the course of the show.
Yeah, you could one dripping them in. Go on. Ask us a
Right.
question.
I thought this was a good one. It's from Clive.
Go on in.
Clive, we've got a listener called Clive. Wow.
That's all right.
Who was the first James Bond?
Oh, it's
Right.
this film one. I know.
No,
that.
but wait a minute,
But
wait a minute.
I know this ambiguity because we've talked about
We've
it.
talked about this ambiguity before. You see, he might be deliberately embarrassing us because the old myth is that someone played it on radio
Yeah.
that we all know and love.
Yeah.
Now, he should have specified, did he mean the film James Bond, the first
Well,
film
the thing
James
is,
Bond?
can I just say, we won't count this one because the definitive one. I've talked to Glyn about it as well. It's Doctor No was the first one of the team that we.
Sean
know
Connery.
about.
So Sean Connery's the first screen James Bond.
So we agree on that, even if we're both wrong. What did he say it is?
I bet he said it was Bob Holness who played him on radio in like the 1950s.
He didn't say the radio bit, but he said Bob Holness.
From Blockbusters.
Yeah.
And I was drawing a little Blockbuster thing.
That's
There,
really
that-
spooky.
That's weird, isn't it?
But the thing about that is I'm worried if it might be a myth. It may be
Well,
a
no,
myth.
I don't think it is. It's that we can't.
1
count
point
that.
to me then.
No.
Yes.
No.
Well, you did. Did
definitely
you
not.
know it? Did you know it? Did
Yeah,
you
we
honest-
talked about
No rubbish. Yeah, but who? Well, if we talked about it, did I say it to you?
No, we agreed that it was Sean Connery because it just like we didn't count Casino Royale because you said it wasn't by the same team. And it
Yeah,
was
but
just
that wouldn't have been the first James Bond anyway, because that came later in the series. No, Rick.
No,
no.
there's no
Don't play
way.
the music.
There's no way.
That's clearly a point. You didn't know it was Bob Holness. He meant it was Bob Holness. I knew the answer. 1-0.
Well, fun-loving criminals, Scooby Snacks. Anyway, it doesn't matter because we both agreed once in a pub that the right answer is Sean
Yeah,
Connery.
but wait a minute,
And we both
Rick,
knew
the
that.
point's not that. The man phoned in with a question, and the answer the man was after was Bob Holness.
Oh, okay.
And that's the answer
I'll tell you
I
what,
gave.
the answer I was after was me.
But that's
I
nonsense,
wanted- I
Rick.
wanted
He's
me
the
to que-
question master, the man who phoned in. That's ludicrous. You to face the facts.
You can't say what number am I thinking of. You've
That's-
got to, you've
what
got
are
to
you
be-
talking about?
It's got to be the real answer.
No, but I knew the answer he was after.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes, because that's, even if he's got it wrong, it's such common parlance now that Bob Holness was the first James Bond that I knew the answer. Face the facts.
Right, give us another question, Carl.
Jeez.
Give us another question.
God, he's a bad loser, isn't he?
I had a good one here, but
You've forgotten it?
Or
I sort of scribbled it down.
this is brilliant, isn't it?
Hang on a minute.
We can edit this out, can't we? It's not live, is this?
It's only a piler.
It's gonna this is going to look great when it comes out. Go on.
Which food?
Yeah.
Carl, you now making up the question.
No, it's just that I sort of took down the important bits.
Brit, this is amazing. This is amazing radio. Go on.
Which food kind of doesn't make you fat?
Jeez.
What kind of a question is that?
Oh, this is.
No, it is proper.
I love. Imagine this on the weakest link. What kind of food doesn't sort of make you? I mean, it doesn't make you fat. What,
This is ludicrous.
okay, do you want me
Basically, no sort of calories in it.
to? Celery.
Water.
Well, I mean, what do you mean? Do you mean a vegetable?
No,
do you mean
you're right. You're right. Apparently, you.
Yeah, it uses
you
up more
use
calories to
eating
bite it than.
Yeah, but wait a minute, Rick.
One all.
No, it's not 1-0 because
Of
you're
course it
supposed to
is.
write it down.
You didn't know.
But you didn't. What do you mean I didn't know? You're supposed to write it down. That's the whole point. We're writing things
You
down.
said water. You said water.
But that's because I thought we weren't taking the question seriously because he didn't know what he's talking about. 1-0. We got to set the rules. This is ludicrous.
Bit too much like Portishead for my liking.
Was it?
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it.
Bit of band. Well, yeah, that's because Portishead are from your neck of the woods, isn't it? Was it? Well, Portishead, I think you'll find.
I'm embarrassed myself.
Right, another question, quick. Is this question a real question with a definitive answer? Or is it like, what is my most comfortable chair?
I don't know why people aren't going to maybe like Trivia Pursuit or something. Just getting a questioning off that and then.
Because they're a little bit more discerning than that, Steve.
Have you heard the questions? They don't know what they're talking about. This is stuff they've overheard in pubs.
Go on, ask it, Carl. I look at the Carl takes down and goes, what's that?
I know.
What am I meant to write? Go on then, ask this one.
Right. What sort? No. The Pope.
Yeah.
What semi-precious?
Sorry, Mrs. Robinson, we're going to have to let you go.
Yeah.
Go on.
You are the weakest link, Carl. Goodbye.
Yeah, go on.
The Pope.
Yeah, the Pope. Yeah, we've got the Pope. Yeah, that's not strictly a question.
He wears a.
He wears a Desmond's hat. He wears Gorblimey trousers.
Is he
Yeah.
living in a council flat?
Yeah, he lives in a council flat.
He wears
but-
a semi-precious stone. What's the stone?
The Pope wears a semi-precious stone. What is the stone?
You mean, what is it called?
Yeah.
What is it called?
What, has it got like a kind of
Well,
papal
I
name?
think it's like, is it a
Is it-
18 carat one?
So we got to try and get
Right.
the carrot.
Yeah. You
Of
think
the
it's
Pope's
he
big
calls
diamond.
it Dennis. He calls it Dennis the Stone. Does they want do they want the type of gem it is, like
Or is there
diamond,
some kind of
jade,
papal name for
ruby,
it?
or do they want it like the Rosetta Stone, or
I don't know.
the I can't play a record. Play 2 record.
Let's go.
Where's your head at? Basement Jacks. Right. Okay. Let's get this. right.
Have we knocked this on the head then? Is this not happening?
Oh, here he is. Look.
Here he is.
Come in. He's.
How have you?
Oh, I don't believe
Oh,
that.
that's pathetic.
I do not believe that.
That's absolutely pathetic.
Now, they won't believe this, will they?
No.
Right,
No.
if I say that Jonathan Ross just got his massive member out, and he is a big lad, come and sit down.
I've got your tickets, Mr. Gervais.
Thank you.
What's going on here then? I mean, why are you dropping off tickets?
Well, because, in the spirit of the Comedy Awards, we like to have the rising young stars of the British Comedy
That's
Awards.
right, and that's
And,
me.
well, we couldn't find any this year, so we've asked Ricky whether he would sit in the rising young star seat, and I wanted to deliver the tickets personally, so there's no excuses if he doesn't turn up later.
Yeah.
I always suspected that you were sort of pretty well endowed.
Yeah.
And now we've seen. You know, it's on webcam.
That was just one of my cocks.
That's the one you're wearing today.
Didn't we?
Did
We
you?
got in
Don't
trouble
say
saying
that. No, we were in
This is
trouble.
meant to be the happening young station. What's going on?
No, you can't say stuff like that.
You can't.
Just careful what you say. Look out for Julian Clary. 10
what-
years in
can I-
the wilderness, and he comes back in the person line.
10 years in the
That happened
wilderness.
to you.
That's Jesus you're thinking of, isn't it?
Just because you're on everything at the moment.
I walked in here and I came in there and I thought this is the young happening place, and what do I see in here? 3 old men sitting.
What are you talking about? I'm only 28, 27.
You all
Yeah,
look, you're
it's-
wrecked. You all look wrecked. You're
Well, that's because we're always partying.
I was looking for some youngsters. Where's the youngsters? I wanted to see some tight leather pants. I wanted to see some
Look how-
foxy chicks hanging on you everywhere. What is it? It's a bunch of old blokes and a bloke up there washing up in a sink.
But look at him. He even dresses for radio. Look
This
at
is
him.
ludicrous.
It's amazing. Looks like you're
I love the
one
fact
step
you were
away.
on the phone to Gervais last night, weren't you? Asking his advice
Yeah.
on clothes. Look at him. He's going for the man down the DSS.
I like that look. That's a nice look.
Isn't it? Thank
Have you got a single pair of trousers that aren't elasticated at the waist?
They're maternity jeans, aren't they? They've got a whole frank panel that pulls
The
forward.
thing is, what I do at the end of the week, I can pop these in the pan and I can make a nice soup with all the food that's encrusted in
At
them.
his years as a homeless coming to the fore there.
Look at you,
But
one
why-
step away from Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen.
I'd like to be that bit closer.
But why are you dropping off tickets? Are you a little bit... Because I thought you were married and stuff. Why do you suddenly got this obsession with Gervais?
Because
I'm a bit rough, aren't I?
yeah, it's like when you see Dale Winton out with those rough boys. I'd like to get one of my own.
when a top celebrity in a lovely looking suit walks down the corridor with his penis out,
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that I'm still
You
attractive.
know you've arrived. I was inaugurated in the same way. For me, it was Des O'Connor. It's like it's the passing on of the baton, if I may use that euphemism. and you've been battened.
But it's fantastic.
Well, it's
it
gonna be-
is a pleasure. I don't think I'm complacent just because I'm mixed with you. I still wake up and think, I don't believe it. I'm mates with Jono.
Can I just point out one thing?
Jono.
I was listening to the show last week, and I heard you, as always, revealing a little too much about yourself, if you don't mind me saying so. Steve tried.
Not as much as you.
No, but that was just for the benefit of the room.
Yeah.
And talking about when you used to occasionally urinate in the sink.
Yeah.
When you were around my house last time and I came in and you looked a bit shifty. No, please reassure me.
It was more ownership. But
Yeah.
I was like, I went to my territory, and then other people that come in and go, has Gervais been round here? It's like just marking my territory.
Because my coffee the next morning had a hazelnut tang to it that I don't remember putting in.
Can I just say something? Because I mean, I used to, mention to you, Gervais, when we first started getting involved in the business.
Yeah.
I used to say, if there was one celebrity I'd like to be friends with, it's Jonathan Ross.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, Ricky's befriended Jonathan Ross. I'm nowhere to be seen.
But
Not
Ricky
invited
told me-
round.
Ricky told me that I could be his friend, providing I never extended the arm of friendship. to
Right.
him.
Yeah, if you ever...
I thought as much.
He tries to keep everyone else down who works with, from the office, all the other shows. He
Yeah.
tries to keep them down. He's
I
like,
didn't even want
I'm
you to
number
come in.
one.
I wanted
Yeah.
to meet you on the steps.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to tell you you were around. But you called. He went, who's that? And he saw your name come up and he went, well, can I meet him?
Well, you're coming tonight, aren't you?
This isn't Radio 2, by the way. These links are way too long. This is snappy radio. We have to play... You might
The
be
kids have
John
lost
Ross,
interest.
But
Put some
the kids want to hear Coldplay, Cut a Toad,
You know what I like? How about some more of that instantly forgettable hip hop you play each week? One of those obscure hip hop hooey. That's the worst feature on British radio. You should be ashamed.
Wait a minute, I've heard your
As I was
quiz on
saying to
Radio
Bruce
2.
Forsyth
You're
the
having a
other day, I
laugh.
said the hip hop's had its day. You told me that once.
Put it away. Put it away.
I'm Carl.
Carl, how you doing?
I'm alright. Got a question for you.
Quiet man.
Got a question.
Yeah.
The Pope.
Yeah.
What semi-precious stone does the Pope wear?
It's easy.
Go on.
Topaz.
Is that the right answer?
I don't know. I might have wrote it down.
I'm really sorry, Jonathan.
It's not what he publicly admits to, but I have to know because I was hanging out with him at the Groucho one night, and he was saying, "Oh, look at this, look at that topaz. Can't buy that. Look
at that.
Vatican City."
Look at that. We can make a nice ring out of that, he said.
Didn't go anywhere, but thanks for asking. I better go. I've got to go. I've got to go and buy
you.
some winkle pickers.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Enjoy it.
Stephen.
Yes.
Carl, I wish I could say it'd been a pleasure, but actually it was quite creepy.
See you later.
Question, please.
You two. Beautiful day.
Yep.
Now, I was just saying that's probably one of my singles of the year, but was it this year or the year before?
Oh, crumbs, I don't know.
It was, I think, was it 2000, the album? It was the first one off the album. Maybe that could be a question. No, we need the answer, don't
No,
we?
we don't know the answer.
No, it's called...
Can I just ask, Jonathan Ross just came in there to drop off some tickets for the Comedy Award show that he's hosting
Yeah.
later this evening.
Yeah.
Interesting, of course, a man who's 40 and still thinks it's funny to get his penis out.
It is,
I love that. Because it's like, when's that novelty going to wear off?
74, 75, when it's just too horrible to show
Exactly,
in
yeah.
public, I imagine.
But so he dropped off some tickets for you.
Yeah.
Was asking you fashion advice last night.
Yeah.
He came after a 3-hour radio show he's just done on Radio 2. Good show, by the way, worth tuning in to. He came straight around here, dropped some tickets off for you. He's now got to go and rehearse that show.
A lovely man.
I was out with you last night.
Yeah.
Went into this pub, like kind of that we've been to a few times before. Went in there, and this guy came in and said, "Your usual table, Ricky? Your usual table." Can I just ask you 2 questions, Godfather? One is, have we won a prize tonight? On
I
National
don't
Comedy
know.
Awards?
We
And
genuinely
2,
don't know.
Can you have someone iced for me? It's ludicrous. What have you suddenly got over all these people that they're doing all this for you? When have you suddenly become the daddy?
Well, I came from nowhere, and I've got Polaroids of the head of all the
Right,
stations.
yeah.
Exactly.
Because what I'm worried about is that, like, when we're wrapped up in our winter coats,
Yeah.
you're walking there in your little sort of, little black overcoat, and I must look like your hood. Do you know what I mean? Like your goon that walks with you. Twice as tall.
Very much like Edward G. Robinson.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are with
yeah.
the pug face, obviously.
Yeah. Well, don't go on about it.
Sorry, that was a bit
Freak.
hard. All right, no, I don't know. You just
Wow.
did that. There's something
We've
in the
not.
piece like that.
Even Jonathan Ross couldn't save this show.
No.
It is the only A celebrity I know.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
all
it.
out of ideas. I thought we'd have a trivia game. That's rubbish because he can't read.
All right.
Yeah, and that's what is it?
So are we knocking the trivia game on the
Yeah, yeah.
Let's have one final question.
what-
What's the answer?
What about
I
the
don't
answer?
know. I don't know.
For the Pope one.
I don't know.
We couldn't even figure out the question, Carl.
What's the stone? What's the stone?
It. Hang on a minute.
Just entertain yourselves at home while Carl looks for the question.
Anthurst.
Amethyst.
Amethyst.
Yeah.
Anne Thirst. No, she was the first woman MP, I think you'll find. Anne Thirst. Or Diamondo.
So have you got maybe a final question?
That's still
Carl, that
one
can
on it.
decide-
Okay, do a
just one on
decider
it?
and then we knock this on the head.
Yeah.
Go on in.
Where? What?
Who?
Have you not been practicing in all these? We've had ads, we've had music.
Oh, where? What?
Rick, I don't think we should call ITV later. this.
Maybe he was talking about Jonathan's inquiry about sartorial elegance tonight. Where
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
Maybe he's just like summed up that
Yeah.
conversation in
What's
just
the
two.
most expensive pub in London? Ricky won't know because he never pays.
Hang on, wait a minute. What does that mean?
What does that mean? What mean to buy? I'll buy the pub. How much is that? It's £1 million,
No, like,
sir.
if you go in, according to the Time Out Guide 2001, if you went in there and bought a big round, it's a day pub.
It's an expensive pub.
Imagine this on Millionaire. Imagine that question
Why
on
is it- it's all
Mastermind.
too vague.
I know your specialised subject, how much things are in that, and whether they make you fat when you eat them. Then
It's in London.
Is this like some guy went in the pub last night and thought, this is a bit pricey? This is the
I know
most
what I'm gonna
expensive
do.
pub
I'm
I've
gonna-
ever been in.
I'm going to expose them
Exactly.
on Ricky and Steve's show.
But does it mean like maybe is it a pub or a club maybe where you've got to be a member?
No, it's a pub. I'll narrow it down. It's in Covent Garden.
Punch and Judy.
That's it.
Has he got it right?
Yeah.
Well, I have to hand it to you. Well done.
Yeah,
So
brilliant.
So who was that? Who was that question from? Because maybe that they should get these 3 CDs.
Let's give them that.
Who is it, Carl?
There's no way of verifying that. That's probably libelous. They've probably
it's from
made.
the Time Out Guide.
Okay. All right.
Carl, who
What are
was
you
it?
moaning for? You got it right.
Yeah, I won. Yeah. I won.
Carl, who was it that won? Well, listen, they know, so they've won.
Yeah. Right.
This is genius radio. This is
I
brilliant.
tell you
We're
what's
slick.
letting us down. Him.
I know.
KP the P-Man. When he was just here to press buttons, and it was cool. Now we let him on the air because we thought it was funny. We quite like him. He's digging a grave for us. Right, listen. This is a new feature I've introduced called "Songs I'd Like to Play" on the radio. and
Oh, this is falling apart.
and a friend of mine sent me a little CD of little treats and stuff. And one of them is this track. It's called Monkey Man. It's from the Rolling Stones. Play it, Carl. It's an absolute gem.
Press that.
I'm a
XFM 104.9. What was that again, Steve?
Rolling Stones and a track called Monkey Man. That's from a double CD, not available in the shops. My friend Dave G made a compilation for me, burned it onto CD using modern technology. That's one of the tracks on there.
What's his name? What's his name?
Dave Greenwood, obviously breaking several copyright laws
Exactly.
there. I would not encourage anyone to make copies of anything for anyone. It's breaking
His
the law.
name again if the police are listening?
Dave Greenwood lives in Nottingham. I can
How
give details.
dare he do that
It
for you?
sickens me, Rick.
He's making you receive, you know...
Stolen goods,
Yeah.
and there's various artists on there who've barely got a penny, who are losing money hand over fist. The Rolling Stones, for instance.
Yeah,
The
and
Doors.
XFM have done that as well, played it off, you know, and that's terrible. Now we've implicated those as well.
XFM are culpable, so is Dave G. Thankfully not us, Rick.
No.
We're just middlemen caught up in it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's Mr. Biggs behind it.
There's always
and we're
Mr.
just
Biggs,
pawns
sure.
in his game, aren't
And
we?
so that's, I'll be playing another track from that later on.
I've got a lovely couple of little tracks on my hip hop selection.
Looking forward to it.
Is
Incidentally,
about
can I
Paul
just
J.
ask, Rick,
Mama said lock you out. What?
did you get a little gift here from XFM?
I did. I got a lovely little voucher here. It was very nice.
You're very thoughtful. I've also got one. How much is yours for?
£25.
To spend at John Lewis or Waitrose,
Yeah.
a little kind of gift voucher there.
Oh, I think I'll do Waitrose because food. You can get a good lot of food for 25 quid.
Absolutely right.
You can't get a lot of like haberdashery for 25 quid. So I'll be going with the food option.
The thing about the gift voucher, a lot of people will I'm sure receiving these over the Christmas
Sure.
period. The thing about the gift voucher is it's like here's £25,
Yeah.
but I've limited where you can spend it.
It's like they don't want to give money because that's go. Say this is like money, but not as versatile.
Exactly. You can't spend it in as many places. But it's the thing is that surely the thing about a gift is, you don't want people to know how much it was.
And unless you're letting them make their ideas up for next year. Like, you know what I mean? If an aunt gives you like, a single, like a step single, and you've given her 25 quid at the body shop,
Yeah.
you're saying, you know how much that single costs.
Exactly.
So do I. I'm not
Yeah.
going to say, right?
Yeah.
Let's make up the difference next year,
Exactly.
Sally, aren't we? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Let's spend 50 quid on me next year.
Yeah.
Do you know how much he got?
How much did you get? Did you get a gift voucher as well?
Yeah, but I work here all week.
Right. How much do you get?
150.
150 quid?
Yeah.
What, on gift vouchers?
Yeah.
To spend at the same places? I'd have to say, though, I mean, it's not a very inventive gift, is it?
It's a
Whoever
lovely
came up with
thought,
it,
though.
it's a lovely thought. It's wonderful to have £25 that I can only spend in 2 places I never go in. But, no, I'm not
Steve,
looking
if
a
you
gift
don't
horse in the
want
mouth.
Any
I'm not
ungrateful, anyway.
looking a gift horse in the mouth. It is a treat.
He spoke to Jonathan Ross like he was a normal person.
From someone whose dad buys him a spade for Christmas, I thought you'd be grateful.
My only thought is that John Lewis and Waitrose, I mean, it's not very rock and roll. It's not very XFM, is it?
No,
I mean, a
whereas-
tattoo parlour, maybe, in a
or
bike
a
shop.
piercing. I might get my face pierced, just a big
Exactly.
bolt through my head.
But I mean,
Yeah.
aren't they a little bit like The Man? Aren't they a little bit mainstream? Rick?
Yeah.
Eh?
What would
I thought
Billy
we were
say
rock and
about
roll.
this? Oh, play a record and don't make it a square record. Something on an indie label or something. Or something that hasn't been even recorded.
Yeah, that can't even become available
Yeah,
ever.
I don't know what instruments they're playing.
Oh, not the guitar.
Sum 41. In Too Deep. All right, Steve?
Mhm.
It's been a long time,
Eh?
hasn't it?
What is it?
Like that seemed a long time, all that music. was
Yes,
made.
no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's annoying actually that Carl never went to the email because the questions have been sent in there.
Are they good?
Questions, and they've all been sort of neatly spat out with the correct answer. For instance, I might have asked you this if I was the quizmaster.
Go on.
Rick. How many noses do slugs have?
Oh, I think
is an
it's
interesting
4.
It is 4.
Yeah.
Point to you there. Let me just see if I can find another one. Who, according to the current issue of Viz, is a cycloptic pop temptress?
Oh, don't know. Is it a pun on her having one eye and being sounding like?
Cycloptic is the clue. There's
Yeah.
only one pop temptress.
Oh, it's Gabrielle.
Of course.
Yeah.
2 points.
Mine are better, he didn't get them. These are rubbish.
Have you ever watched a quiz show?
Because I can understand the question. They're rubbish, I suppose, aren't they? That gives me a chance to know what the answer is required. Go on.
Let me see if I can find another one for you. No, you're never gonna get that one. That's too hard.
Oh no, that just
That just teases you more,
Yeah.
doesn't it? What's the name of? No, that's boring. That one. Sorry,
there you
it's
go.
beginning to fall apart again now. Here we are. What's the proper name for Big Ben?
Is it St Stephen's Tower?
You know, it absolutely is. That's 3 out of 3. That's fantastic.
Yeah, because the bell named after something like Benjamin so and so works in it. It's Stephen's Tower, and that's the big bell.
It's actually, in a weird way, I didn't know any of those. So it's actually quite good that we did kind of balls it up with Carl, because otherwise there'd have been egg on my face.
Yeah, but I still won. I just won less.
Oh, did you? Yeah, you did win.
Yeah.
I've already forgotten. I already wiped that out of my memory.
Yeah, but hey, Steve, it's not me that's the real winner. It's Neil who asked that question
About pubs.
about pubs,
He
and
wants
he's
3
got
CDs.
those 3 CDs. Just tell him what they are again. Just
Feeder, Echo Park, a compilation called Reloaded 3, lots of great stuff on there, and the Essential Bob Dylan 2 CD.
Have you
set.
called him and told him?
No, not yet.
This is such a shambles, isn't it? Because what if he goes out or something?
Actually, if he's listening, can he give us a call?
That is so lazy.
Can't we call him like Tarrant would?
I would have
That's
had his
surprising.
number.
You've not got his number?
I forgot.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
I said get the numbers, Carl.
I wanted to go for the Pope one.
Carl, do you actually work here in the week? Or, like, did you just, you know, like in a film when they knock someone on the head, put on the spacesuit and go to the moon
Is
instead?
it like is it like Secret of My Success and Michael J. Fox? You actually work in the post room, but Saturdays there's no one around that recognises you.
So you pretend that you're a producer?
Yeah,
Because you don't seem to know any of the rules.
because I reckon that name's made up.
When did I say a producer? When did I say I was?
Carl Pinkerton is a name that you'd come up with on the spot.
No, he doesn't work. No, he's not a producer. He says he works in sound.
He works
That's what
in
he says.
sound.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Work with this. This is my song for the lovers. It's a beautiful track. I've played it before. I'll play it again. It's one of my favourite tracks of all time. It's Bob Dylan. If You See Her, Say Hello. Here's a little bit of trivia for her. This is the last song I ever played on the old XFM before
Wow.
they came in and said, "Okay, you can go now."
That's incredible.
And it
Bringing tears to my eyes.
lovely. She might be in Tangiers. I mean, he's having a go.
I mean, if you're going to go to Tangiers on the off chance to try and find her, I wouldn't bother.
yeah.
You know.
But I mean, you know, he's
Certainly if you're going to be there, then
He's
have a look
desperate.
for her.
He's desperate. He's going, well, she might be in Tangiers. Have you checked upstairs? She's definitely not upstairs. just have a look. Well, anyway, that was Song for the Lovers. But because I'm so excited about having such great prizes to give away for the first time, some albums that Carl found,
I got 'em.
we've got the lucky winner on the line. Hi, Neil. You there?
Yeah, I'm here, Ricky.
Hi. You're a winner with XFM.
Fantastic.
yeah. Do you like Feeder? They're a good group, aren't they?
Well, yeah, the kids seem to like him.
They do. The kids like them, and then Bob Dylan. He's a great, lovely bloke with a guitar, isn't he?
You're working hard, aren't you?
I'm fed up with this, mate. Really, honestly, I just don't know what else to do. I'd come in every week. I'd try and
Right.
see. Yeah,
You have to write a new series of The Office.
I'm
That's what you have to do.
I'm trying, but I've got voiceover work now, so there's more money in that. You
You're
know.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Woolies adverts.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry, I shouldn't mention that shit on the radio.
No, it's all right. It's all
So,
right.
Neil, Steve Merchant here. Will you be looking forward to receiving these albums? You've got Feeder, Echo Park, Bob Dylan album, the best of, and a compilation. You looking forward to them?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, it's going to really lift my Christmas. I'm not going to get to go home this year, so that's going to make up for it, I'm sure.
Neil, what of those three? Which one will you be putting on first?
I think Feeder, Echo Park, because the kids seem to like it.
Okay.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
What will you be
Neil.
doing for the rest of the weekend? Are you going to be chilling out?
I'm chilling, man. I'm freezing. I'm playing golf right now.
That's madness.
It's very cold
Yeah.
out here.
What's your handicap?
What's my handicap? My short game's terrible, but
Right, yeah. You're going to be watching the National Comedy Awards this evening. I hear that The Office is nominated.
you guys are the shoe-in.
Sorry?
You're a shoe-in. It's yours.
Thank you. I don't know what a shoe-in is, but I'd like to go to
I
one.
think it means like foot in the door.
Lovely.
Yeah, no,
it?
not foot in the door. It's like it's
No.
yours. Your name's already on it.
Oh, really?
I
Wow.
would think so. Yeah. Well, why would Ross stop around?
I don't think he makes the decisions.
Neil,
but
thanks very much for calling. Those prizes are going to be winging their way to you.
We're just like real DJs, aren't we, Neil? Just say we're just like real DJs, and we'll leave you alone.
You guys are just like real DJs.
Enjoy your
very
game.
much. Cheers, bye. Step on my old size 9 Stereophonics.
Absolutely.
Well, talking to Neil, it all brought it home. You know, maybe I should give it a little bit back.
Yeah, you've had a good year.
I'm hanging out with Jonathan Ross.
Exactly.
I'm doing ads,
Yeah.
right? But I care. I'm still in touch. You know what I mean? I'm still down with it, right?
yeah.
And yeah, it's coming up to the time of year where we should, care about people less fortunate than themselves. And what I've done, I've recorded a Christmas single.
That's beautiful.
And all proceeds are going, to little sick people and that. And
Are there going to be any proceeds?
there's gonna be not a sausage,
Right.
so I'm
Right.
safe.
But I'll tell you this, I was thinking actually, I was listening this morning, and you go in, doing some Christmas shopping, you go in the shops, and there's always, Walking in a Winter Wonderland, and all those songs. No one writes those sort of things anymore.
No, well you're wrong, Steve.
Really?
Listen to this. It's
What's it
called "Don't Cry, It's Christmas."
Let's hear it.
Don't cry, my baby. Santa's coming soon. Though you ain't got a mommy or daddy, Santa still loves you. And he's riding on his reindeer to trample down the gloom. So don't cry, my baby. Santa gonna make it soon. Don't cry, my baby. Santa's feeling kind, though you never see him. He's not just in your mind, and it's not that he's invisible. It's because you're going blind. So don't cry, it's Christmas. Santa's still on time. Don't cry, my baby. Santa's on his way. He's got 6 billion children, and he's only got one day. You've got slightly less than that. If I were you, I'd pray. So don't cry, it's Christmas. You're nearly 10, it's a little gay.
As far as I'm concerned, it's already become a standard. One of the classics.
Thanks. There's a star Ash.
Good.
It's a great show so far, isn't it?
Enjoying it, Rick, but I'll tell you this, what worries me is
on.
something we've not done, which is what we've not taken on board some stuff I've heard from the management. They've said they've enjoyed the kind of light-hearted flippery, in
Yeah.
the past on the
Yeah,
show, and
yeah.
the likes of Jonathan Ross getting their
just
knobs
popping in.
out.
Yeah.
But they just feel that sometimes it's a little bit cheap. Rick,
No,
a little
in
bit
what-
crass, and they
in
just
what
want us to
way?
perhaps be a little bit more highbrow at times, a little
Well,
bit
look at
more
that, 'cause I mean-
thoughtful. Well, you're a smart guy. I
Oh,
know
yeah.
that.
I've proved that with Clugs having 4 noses and Stephen's Tower.
Can I ask you, Rick, about politics?
What do you want to know? What do you want to know? Because
Politics.
I am a political person.
I thought as much.
Go on.
What on the politics? What do you make of who to vote for?
Vote for the government, whoever's in the government.
Yeah.
That's
The
it.
Liberals ever?
No, not if they're not in government. No,
Okay. What about the foot and mouth, which a lot of people are worried about?
don't worry about it.
No.
No.
Recession is hit, and a lot of people are losing their jobs. Should
Yeah.
they? What should they do about
Get
it?
another one.
Get another job?
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, this is, I mean, you can have this for free. If you do lose your job or something, get another one, but get one that's even better than the one you lost.
Right. Okay, good advice.
Yeah.
Maybe if you were just like kind of the post boy before, like Carl.
Get in charge of the company, get a manager's job.
Right, become director general or something.
More money.
Good.
And
Oh.
don't lose that one.
Okay. And what else is concerning people? No, we get calls all the time, Rick, to the station. People saying, I'm worried about the war in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
What do you make of the war? Is it
Well,
one of your favourites?
Well, what? No. My favourite. All war's bad. My favourite.
I'm putting you on the spot here. What is your favourite?
Falklands.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it? The Falklands War?
It was a range war.
What does that
Do you know what that
mean?
means, Carl?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember drawing pictures at school and that.
Yeah, it means that our missiles could go sort of 17 kilometres, and the Argies only had missiles that go like 9 kilometres. So we just parked our boats about 12, 13 kilometres off it, and we were shelling them. You know, what I mean, shelling it out of there, right? And theirs were falling in the water.
Yeah.
So it's the war equivalent of holding a midget at arm's length.